Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Jay Cruz and welcome back to another video. It is December. That means it is time to get our Christmas list together. Let's get it. Before we get started, please do all of the things that help this channel grow. Like this video, comment, and subscribe below. Hit the bell notification icon so you get alerts every single time I upload a video. Without further ado, let's get started. It's like the first full week of December, so clearly it's Christmas time. There's nothing more stressful than not really having a game plan or knowing what to get your special someone, those special people in your life. And today, hopefully I can help you out, help you make some decisions that are not too costly and that could maybe give you a good idea of what you can get your significant other who also may be a guitarist. So today we're going to go over my top 5 gifts for Christmas in 2021. Keep in mind everything on this list is under $100. I will also link every single item that I talk about today in the description box below. Please check out some of those links as they are affiliate links and do kick back on this channel just a little bit. Let's quickly start with gift idea number 1. At number 1 for my first recommendation are guitar picks, but not just any guitar picks. In fact, most guitarists are pretty picky about the pick that they actually use. Get it? Picky pick? But I'm talking about personalized picks. These hold more sentimental value to me than anything else. My family throughout the years have gifted me personalized pics. One of them has my name on it, the other one has a photograph of my family. It was very thoughtful in my opinion, and I think it's just a really solid Christmas gift. I'm always like surprised when someone does something of this nature for me, and it goes a long way for me personally, so I 100% recommend it. Looking into it, it could be relatively inexpensive depending on who you go with and what you go for, and also depending on the materials you end up using. Obviously the wood ones like this one can be a little more costly, like in the $20 side, but the average pick can actually range at around the $10 mark to make, which is not that bad considering. I keep these picks with me everywhere that I go. They mean so much to me. The fact that someone would think of me on that level to get me something so personalized. It was very thoughtful in my opinion, and I think it's just a really solid Christmas gift. Coming in at number 2, guitar straps, and more specifically, this brand, Comfort Strap. Now, if you are fans of my channel, then you know that I actually have a preference in straps. I use ESO, but looking into it, it seems like the company has either gone under or has gone on a hiatus and therefore are not selling these straps anymore. So I've gotten a ton of messages from people who tell me, hey, I want to buy these straps, but I just can't find them. So this is actually my B recommendation and honestly costs a lot less money than the ESO straps do. I've had this exact same strap for almost 20 years now, and you can honestly tell it's beat up, but it still holds its own in terms of its comfort and how well it holds on to the guitar. And that's what's most important. I suffer from back issues, unfortunately. In fact, I've even undergone back surgery at one point in my life. So finding straps like the Comfort Strap and the ESO ones have really been amazing for me, and I highly recommend them. Here's a pro tip, by the way. I rarely ever buy guitar straps. I typically buy bass straps. They're a little bit fatter and tend to have a little more comfort because the bass itself is a heavier and bigger instrument. So in my opinion, they're more comfortable than the guitar straps that are in the same line. These straps still exist. I do wish they had different colors. I think they still just make the traditional black, but you know what? They know what they're doing. They got it right. They don't need to do anything different. And they come in at just under $40. I think a really good price for this kind of comfort. And you know what? It's lasted me for so long. I think that it's totally worth the price tag. Coming in at gift number 3 is one of my favorite clip-on tuners that I've ever used, and that is the TC Electronic Polytune clip-on tuner. I dare to say that it's probably the most accurate clip-on tuner in the market, at least from what I've tried. A very cost-effective and accurate alternative to a pedal tuner. I still use these pretty much every single week because I keep these on my acoustic guitars, so they still get a ton of use. The battery has lasted forever, and it's amazing. I now use the pedal version of the Polytune tuner, so comparatively I think it's just as accurate, and like I said, for a clip-on I think it's dead on. I've never had tuning issues when using this tuner on my acoustic guitars, so highly recommend it. Coming in at number 4, my G7th capo. This is the art version, which was basically modernized to actually be more fitting for old school guitars, if that makes any sense. So they adjusted their cables to be able to fit a more vintage style contour, and it's the best capo I've ever used, hands down. Now, these capos are not cheap. They're kind of costly, especially when you compare them to another capo that might be sitting right next to it at the music store. Capos could be as cheap as $5 to $10, where this one's gonna cost around the $50 mark. But when I tell you that it is the best capo I've ever used, I'm not lying at the least. I trust this capo wholeheartedly. It keeps my guitar in tune. It allows you to make adjustments both with the tension and where it sits super easily, and it's super easy to move keys, especially if you're doing it on the fly. It's just like this little button that you press and it opens up, and then you just close it right back and it's done. It's amazing. Your guitarist will 100% thank you for this. The G7 capo, highly recommended. And lastly, the most expensive item on this list, the Shure SE215 in-ears. At this point, the Shure SE215s have become your standard starting point for monitoring, especially for guitarists. See, these are single drivers, so they're not the most popular with drummers, bass players, people who need more frequencies and bottom end and who require more things in their in-ears. But guitarists, we tend to be a little more selfish and we like mid-range frequency. We just want to hear ourselves and everything else very low, and these are perfect for that. Now again, these are more of the lower end models. You can certainly get more higher end, and other companies have emerged and made very similar versions to this, but I still think that these hold their own for the longevity and for just their quality. I, much like a lot of musicians, ended up trying to buy the cheapest in-ears I could possibly find on the internet, and they worked okay until I put these in. First of all, the volume decibel difference was night and day. I used to have my in-ear packs cranking all the way max and never had enough volume. These, totally different story. In today's world, it's become very popular to use in-ears, especially with a lot of guitars switching over to direct output style setups like the HX Stomp or the Kemper, and therefore need a pro way to monitor themselves in a live situation. And if they don't have that yet, I think this is a great starting point. Now, this is kind of the max of the budget. On average, they will cost you about $99 plus tax. So they do hit just a little bit over the $100 mark, but I think they're totally worth it. And this would certainly be an amazing gift for any guitarist, especially if they're performing live. Well, that wraps up my Christmas recommendations for the special guitarist in your life. Again, these are all gifts that pretty much fall under the $100 mark, so some of them are a little more expensive than others, but I do think that they are really important gifts and can hold a lot of sentimental value. I know you think it may be a little too early for a Christmas list, but you know what? I don't know who needs to hear this. It's only like a couple of weeks away. You need to go shopping right now. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you recommend. Maybe there's something that you think would be even more cooler, especially under the $100 mark. I like the idea of keeping it within a budget versus like saying, yeah, buy them this $3,000 guitar, because like, who's got that in the bank right now? Thank you all so much again for watching. Please do not forget to do all of the things that help this channel grow. Like this video, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon so you get an alert every single time I upload a video. Again, those links that I put in the description box are all affiliate links, so clicking on them will help kick back some money to this channel, which is greatly appreciated. There's also a direct link that allows you to donate to the channel without having to purchase anything, which would be greatly appreciated. It is Christmas. Any little gift could actually help. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and until next week.